the beginning was the beat, and the beat was the rhythm of God, and the rhythm of God is the harmony of humanity, and where there is harmony, there is peace. Peace. The mother, we are civilization during the dark ages. Wow. We are kings and queens with lands that stretch from ocean to ocean, as the mighty Nile flows from the south at Lake Victoria, where Eve is called Lucy, northward to Egypt, where Moses went down to the get down. From the south to the north, yeah, moving up the right way. We are all that, and across the history of this vast continent of countries, the drum speaks.
Honoree Ruth E. Carter. Ruth Carter is one of Hollywood's most sought-after costume designers and the first African-American costume designer to be nominated for an Academy Award. Carter, a 1982 graduate of Hampton University's Department of Fine and Performing Arts, majored in theater arts and has worked in the entertainment industry for over 3 decades. Carter's unparalleled ability to develop an authentic story through costume and character has made her one of the most sought-after and renowned costume designers today, known for her research and diligence to the craft, specifically for her outstanding work in period ensemble films like The Butler, Selma, and Roots. Carter's most recent success, Marvel's Black Panther, has grossed a $1 billion total. Carter has garnered 2 Academy Award nominations for Best Costume Design for Spike Lee's Malcolm X in 1993 and Steven Spielberg's Amistad in 1998. Over Carter's 3 decades in entertainment, she has worked with some of the top directors in Hollywood, including Spike Lee, Lee Daniels, Reggie Hudlin, Steven Spielberg, and now Ryan Coogler. Together with Lee, they have worked on over a dozen film projects, beginning with School Days and including Do the Right Thing, Malcolm X. Carter is a collaborator with other filmmakers on many notable films, including What's Love Got to Do with It, Black Dynamite, and Sparkle. Carter anchored the look for Gabrielle Union in Being Mary Jane and forged comedic style in Keeping Up with the Joneses. Some of Carter's recent projects include Kidnapped, starring Halle Berry, Motherland, and Marshall, starring Chadwick Boseman, who also plays the titular character in Black Panther. We are proud to say that Ruth Carter is our native daughter, having reared in the city of Springfield. Ruth E. Carter. Ruth E. Carter.
Wakanda forever.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would be standing before my friends and my family, receiving such an honor for hard work, for 30 years of hard work. And I want to say congratulations to all the honorees. I watched you come up here tonight, and I felt like we were all Dora Milaje. We were all superheroes in our own way, and we could form an alliance, you know, we could conquer the world. And thank you, Mayor Sarno. I got a letter in the mail right after the Black Panther premiered, and he really saw the film and loved it and sent me a nice note, and I felt like, you know, my hometown is watching, and I really am proud to be from Springfield. Thank you, Urban League. Thank you, Henry Thomas, Andrew Cade, Yvette Frisbee. You guys have always been supporters. Little did you know that my first job at 16, no, I lied, I was 15, I lied about my age, was at the Urban League. That was my first job. I was the receptionist there. It was a summer job. And I really felt at home there. I became a liberette. You know, there were the cadets and the liberettes, and we were always, you know, active around Winchester Square. Another little known fact you might not know about me is I was Miss Black Harambe. That was a long time ago. I also attended Camp Atwater, and I loved Camp Atwater. Camp Atwater was also like a home for us. I think my mom would just, get us out of the house for 2 weeks. We'd go to Camp Atwater, but we learned so much there. All of these experiences really set a foundation for me later in life. Things that, I was more confident, I feel, when I got out into the world because of my camp experiences where I learned how to swim in a lake. Not everybody learns how to swim in a lake, and you have to swim to that island out there to get a white cap. I don't know if you remember that. So steps, steps. One of the big steps in my life was assisted in art. My appreciation for art came from my brother Robert. He's here today. Robert, stand up for a second, please. My brother Robert, he taught me everything that I know about art. He's a great artist, and we would copy his drawings all the time. He was the artist in our family. No matter what you did, if you showed it to another sibling, they'd say, "Oh yeah, that's nice, but did you see what Robert did?" So these steps, the steps that we take through our lives, are the building blocks, and they're the building blocks that created this love that I have for costume design. I went away from Springfield in my Volkswagen Rabbit, and I drove across country by myself. I just got in the car. I applied for an internship at the Santa Fe Opera in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and it was because of my experience in Springfield. I was an intern at Center Stage here in Springfield. And I learned so much there, and they sent me to New Mexico, where I became an intern at the opera. And we built 5 operas from the ground up. And that experience really turned me around, and it stemmed from being here at Springfield. This is my city, and I represent my city. When anyone asks me on the set or anywhere I am, they say, "Where are you from?" And I say Springfield. I don't say Boston. I say Springfield. So my work on the Black Panther was the biggest job of my career. I feel like I have been dressing superheroes my whole life. And, I thank my superheroes here in Springfield for shepherding me and giving me the confidence when I designed Malcolm X, when I designed Selma, when I designed What's Love Got to Do with It, How Stella Got Her Groove Back, BAPS, Do the Right Thing. I have had a passion for designing for a very long time. And coming to Black Panther was one of the biggest experiences of my entire career, working for Marvel. Marvel Films is a big corporation, and they go through many levels of approvals. And I didn't come out of the corporate world. I came out of Spike Lee. Spike Lee came from the independent world of filmmaking. He was the big boss. He was the only one you went to for approvals and to talk about what you wanted to do with the costumes on the film. And Spike Lee laid a great foundation for me too. You think about Afrofuturism and what Black Panther means in terms of that concept. And Afrofuturism really is just culture future. It gives us an opportunity to write our own stories, and we prove that when we do that, we actually can make a box office phenomenon. So the biggest hurdle in my career was Marvel and the Black Panther, and there were lots of obstacles along the way. I restaffed midway, and a lot of politics of who is designing what. Everybody wants to design and have their contribution be seen. But in the end, all that you see there on film is my contribution to the medium. So I'm just a girl from Springfield who loved art and costumes, and I'm Mabel Carter's daughter. She's here today, and she's 97 years old. shout her out, but I had to do it. Yes, and it's because of the foundation that, my mother gave me and gave all of us. There were 8 of us. There are 5 brothers and 2 sisters, Amore Village, Maynard Street. I mean, I went to Glickman, I went to Homer Street School, I went to Van Sickle, Carlos and I went to Upward Bound, UMass. We went to, Uhuru Sasa, Amherst College, all of those things were the building blocks to me continuing a love for the arts. And I bump into people who were part of that program all the time at the National Museum of African American History in DC. One of the directors of the SASA program at Amherst College is a director of curatorial services at the museum. And she is so proud. And we saw each other after the Black Panther was released. And it's just a joy to have such a wonderful, wonderful experience of Springfield. It's always meant excellence to me. It's always meant African diaspora to me. It's always meant Afrofuturism to me. There's always been a consciousness here in Springfield that is inclusive, but it's also very, very excellent. So thank you, Springfield. Thank you for this honor. I'm proud to be from Springfield, and I'm proud of you all for being my family. Thank you. So now I'd like I want to call them the Dora. Who saw the Black Panther? Okay. So the Dora Milaje is the highest ranking fighting force in Wakanda. Well, I'm about to introduce you to the highest ranking fighting force in Springfield. 16 women, all women of excellence, all doing their things in the community, their families. I want to recite a poem. Can I? Okay, I have one too. This is by Sonia Sanchez. I'm going to take me seriously now. Have taken children, parents, friends seriously. Have known many people to be seriously dangerous. Have taken daytime, nighttime rhetoric seriously and been wounded by lovers of slick black rapping. In blacker words, pimps and jivers. I'm gonna look in a mirror each time I pass one and smile at my image, saying, yeah, sister, it ain't easy, but move beautifully on past it. Keep holding your head higher, 'cause your best is yet to come. I'm gonna be serious about me today and study myself, get a PhD in Black excellence, women of Springfield, and dare anyone to be an authority on me. 'Cause I'll be wounded with learning, beauty, love, and will be dangerous, all things considered. I'm gonna be serious about us and live.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Ego Tripping by Nikki Giovanni. I was born in the Congo. I walk to the star that glows every 100 years, falls into the center, giving divine and perfect light. I am bad. I sat on a throne drinking nectar with Allah. I got hot and sent an ice age to Europe to cool my thirst. My oldest daughter is Nefertiti. The tears from my birth pains created the now I am a beautiful woman. I gazed on the forest and burned out the Sahara Desert with a packet of goat's meat and a change of clothes. I crossed it in 2 hours. I am a gazelle, so swift, you can't catch me. For a birthday present when he was 3, I gave my son Hannibal an elephant. He gave me Rome for Mother's Day. My strength flows ever on. My son Noah built New Ark, and I stood proudly at the helm. As we sailed off on a summer day, I turned myself into myself and was Jesus. Men intone my loving name, all praises, I am the one who would save. I sowed diamonds in my backyard, my bowels delivered uranium. The filing from my fingertips are semi-precious jewels. On a trip north, I caught a cold and blew my nose, giving oil to the Arab world. I am so hip, even my errors are correct. I sailed west to eat to reach east and had to round off the earth as I went. The hair from my head thinned and gold was laid across 3 continents. I am so perfect, so divine, so earth-real, so surreal, I cannot be comprehended except by my permission. I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky. That poem was by Nikki Giovanni. I'm going to end with a poem by Helen Carlton Harris. Today we celebrate Black women of excellence. You need only look in our face to see the story of lives endured. Our faces reflect the struggles of the past, and our faces, you can see the promise of the future. Our faces show the foundation on which a nation and community has rested. Our faces reflect the majestic qualities of African queens and the wisdom of our ancestors. If you look closely, you can sometimes see the pain, yet our laughter is strong and rings as a reminder of the promise of hope and happiness. You need only look in our faces to see these wonderful Black women of excellence.
Ladies and gentlemen, presentation number 3. Let's hear it for the Black women of excellence.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hi everyone. Once again, my name is Dina Moore, and I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Tony Bass for putting together that presentation. The Urban League's Big 3 STEM Pipeline Initiative is a program that was created under the larger umbrella of the Urban League's Be the STEM program, which exposes elementary, middle, and high school students to STEM-related career opportunities. We believe exploration can lead to inspiration, and inspiration can lead to aspiration. Therefore, we are providing students after-school STEM enrichment experiences that include college readiness and community service activities. The Big 3 STEM Pipeline Initiative, as referenced in the presentation, is funded by the Mass Mutual Foundation and the Beveridge Foundation. Further, it is supported by various partners such as the Springfield Technical Community College, the Springfield Public Schools, UMass Amherst, Becker College, Smith College, VAPAP University, Holyoke Codes, Tech Foundry, Northeastern University, Framingham State University, UConn Medical Center, UMass Medical School, and AIC. I wanted to also thank all parents, grandparents, and guardians for supporting the students in the Big Three STEM, some of whom are here with us tonight. And now I have the distinct pleasure to present the Youth Achiever Award for outstanding participation in the Big Three STEM Pipeline Initiative program. This year's recipient is Gabriel Fontaine. He is currently a junior at the Putnam Vocational Academy with a focus in robotics. Gabriel has a 4.0 GPA, and his goal is to attend MIT. He is currently taking courses for college credit at the Springfield Technical Community College. While in the Urban League STEM program, Gabriel consistently participated in the activities throughout the summer of 2017 and attended most, if not all, the program trips and events, even if he was to ride his own bike there. Gabriel participated in one program contest, including the research that he did and paper that he wrote on the Gmail security breach and defining what digital active war meant to him. I could tell you more. However, without further ado, the Urban League's 2018 Youth Achiever Award goes to Gabriel Fontaine. Please come forward, Gabriel.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
C. Jackson happens to own the largest African-American owned security business in the western part of the state, Jackson Security. You will see him all over the community helping people, lifting a hand. He drives by an intersection, there's somebody else, looking for a handout, looking for a donation. He always reaches into his pocket. And we just want to give C. Jackson just a token of our appreciation for his stellar volunteerism, his commitment to the Urban League mission, and his extraordinary commitment to the community at large. He is in so many places, and he does so many good things. But C. Jackson, please come forward so that we can give you the Urban League's Community Builder Award. It reads, Urban League of Springfield Community Builder Award presented to Robert C. Jackson in recognition of extraordinary dedication and exemplary service to the Urban League and to the community at large. March 27, 2018, Chair W.C. Watson, President HMT 3. Yes, sir. All right, congratulations. I want to thank Henry. I want to thank all my fellow board directors for the time I spent as the chair and all your support. And to all the congratulations to the new awardees, the ladies. I think you outdid yourself this time, Henry. You really went overboard. You got 6 beautiful women, 16 beautiful women. I'm not counting the rest of them this year, but we know we got 16. With that, Godspeed. And to Dee, always congratulations to you for sticking with this guy. For I think 46 years, 47 years. Yeah, I know Dee told Henry when he first got that they couldn't get married until he got a job. Well, I think Henry's been on this job for 46 years, and you're still married. God bless.
And at the Urban League, ceremonies today. I want to just salute and congratulate all the awardees today. What a great tribute to the city of Springfield. Amazing set of women that are leading the nation as far as accomplishments. So I am so proud to be a state representative here, but to be friends with most of the women that were selected in this evening. So salute to all of them. And to the Urban League, congratulations.
Hey Springfield, I am TashaJones.com, literally. I am here at the 105th anniversary dinner, and I am so proud to be here from Indianapolis, Indiana, however, living right here in Springfield. And I'm giving all praises and all honor due to everything that you guys have continued to do in the community, and especially tonight, celebrating the women of Black excellence. This is an amazing event, and I can't wait to get more involved with the Springfield Urban League.
I think Cheryl Stanley is another recipient with her doctorate degree. Everything she's done with the Licensing Commission, everything she's done with Westfield State University is another terrific candidate, and I wish both of them extreme happiness in future and great things in the future.
Because they are such great role models for young women coming along, and young men as well.
Testing. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy.
Well, I've always been interested in politics, and I like to throw in some humor, sometimes very serious, sometimes not so serious, a lot of color, and I try to make the meaning pretty clear. And I think that one of the messages that I stress is that people should get involved. Tracy was asking me to do a show for a while, and I'm not that oriented toward it, but I said okay, so here we are, and it's all political art, and I do other kinds of art too, more commercial art, more decorative art, but this is strictly all political oriented art. When TV came around, I was a kid, and one of the things my father used to watch were the early hearings, the Joe McCarthy hearings, and I was struck by the paranoia and sort of the irrationality that can happen with politics. Even when I was in the 8th grade, I read J. Edgar Hoover's book, The Masters of Deceit, about the communists under every bed and all of that, and I sort of saw, even at that young age, there was a lot of paranoia, and I've always just been interested, and I followed it. I think the portrait of Angela Davis, she was running for vice president in the early 80s, I believe, and I was living in the Amherst area, and my habit was to go to the speeches and sit in a front row and sketch the people, Daniel Ellsberg, Angela Davis, Noam Chomsky, Howard Zinn, and after I did the sketch, I would bring it to the person and ask the person to autograph the sketch. So I have like a collection of political figures or writers and people who I thought were significant or who would become significant in history. And in a few cases, it turned out that I was right. The people are still notable after all these years.
Absolutely. Tell us where we can find you at online, or
through the gallery, Art for the Soul Gallery. That's for looking at work or contacting me or buying things. Yeah, Art for the Soul is basically the way to get to me.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.